Okay, so get ready, because today we are going to deep dive into sales,
That's right.
but not just any sales.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about like how to use English
Right.
effectively in like high-pressure sales situations.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like giving yourself a linguistic power move.
Exactly.
We're going to be looking at a real sales meeting,
We are.
the kind with like stressed out employees
Yeah.
and a CEO that makes everybody sweat.
Exactly.
I can imagine that.
Yeah.
So, can you set the scene for us? Like,
Yeah.
where are we? Who are these people? What are the stakes?
Okay, so imagine like a typical office setting.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit drab. You can definitely feel the pressure.
Yeah.
The main players are a group of employees. They've been tasked with boosting sales, and kind of looming over them is the CEO,
Okay.
Mr. Swan,
Ooh.
a man who, shall we
Difficult.
say, expects results.
I bet. I'm getting nervous just thinking about it.
Yeah.
So tell me, how does this real-life English lesson begin?
Well, right off the bat, we hear the phrase driving sales,
Driving sales.
which really emphasizes this need to like actively push for results.
Yeah.
It's not just about selling, it's about creating momentum.
Okay, I gotcha. So what about classic sales tactics?
Yeah.
Like, how do they talk about attracting customers
Yeah.
and getting them to buy?
Well, this is where the word promotion comes in.
Promotion.
But they're not talking about just any promotion.
Yeah.
They're specifically discussing tactics like buy one, get one free offers.
Ah, okay, so they're getting into the like nitty-gritty
Yeah.
of real-world sales strategies.
Exactly.
And I bet those specific examples
Yeah.
like really make it easier for English learners to grasp the concept.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's one thing to understand a word in isolation, but it's another to see how it's used in a natural context.
Yeah.
That's what makes this deep dive so valuable.
For sure. So what other phrases should we be listening for in this sales meeting showdown?
Well, one phrase that comes up is match the competitors.
Match the competitors.
So think of it as like a race to stay ahead in the market.
Okay.
You need to be as good as the other guys, if not better.
I see. Ah, the constant pressure of competition.
Right.
No wonder everyone looks so stressed.
Yeah,
I bet Mr. Swan isn't making things any easier.
not exactly. In fact, there's a phrase they use when they know an idea will not go over well with him.
Okay, what is it?
It'll never fly.
It'll never fly.
Like the ultimate rejection in the
Yeah.
world of sales.
Ouch. That's gotta sting.
Yeah.
Could you give an example of how that plays out?
Sure, at one point an employee suggests lowering prices
Okay.
to compete,
Yeah.
but another employee shuts him down quickly saying it'll never fly with Swan.
Oh my God.
Talk about a tense moment.
I could practically hear the awkward silence.
Yeah.
So we've got driving sales promotions matching the competitors.
Yeah.
And the dreaded it'll never fly.
Exactly.
Sound like a crash course in sales English 101.
It is.
So, but we're just getting started.
Yeah.
This meeting also highlights some clever ways to sound more fluent and natural in English.
Right.
Spill the secrets.
Okay.
How can we level up our language game?
Okay, so instead of saying I'll arrive soon, which can sound a bit stiff,
Yeah.
they use I'll be there any minute.
I'll be there any minute.
It's a small change, but it makes you sound more like a native speaker.
Ah, I see. So it's all about those like little tweaks
Yes.
that make a big difference.
Exactly.
Are there any other examples of these subtle substitutions?
Instead of saying we are thinking about,
Yeah.
they opt for we are considering.
We are considering.
It adds a touch of formality and professionalism,
Right.
which is crucial in a business setting.
So it's like swapping out your sneakers for dress shoes.
Exactly.
Same function,
Yeah.
like a totally different vibe.
Right.
I like it. Any other linguistic power moves we should be aware of?
Yes, they use the word brilliant to emphasize truly exceptional ideas.
Yeah.
It packs more of a punch than a simple... And it has the slightly British flair, don't you think?
Oh, totally. It's like saying fabulous.
Yeah,
It just elevates the praise
Exact.
to a whole new level.
it does.
Okay, so we've got some killer phrases and we've got some sneaky substitutions
Yeah.
to sound more natural.
Uh-huh.
Where do we go from here?
Well,
What's the bigger takeaway from all this?
the key takeaway is that language is more than just words.
Okay.
It's about understanding the subtle nuances
Yeah.
and how they can shape your message.
Uh-huh.
In a sales meeting, the right word choice can influence how you're perceived and even how successful you are.
Oh, wow. So it's not just about what you say.
Right.
It's about how you say it.
Exactly.
That's a really powerful insight.
And that's why this deep dive is so valuable.
Okay.
It's like a master class in using language strategically to achieve your goals.
I like it.
Yeah.
A master class.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've talked about some key phrases and those subtle substitutions.
Yeah.
But how do we actually put all this into practice?
Well, that's where paying attention to pronunciation comes in.
Okay.
You know, this video highlights how native English speakers often connect words, creating a smoother flow.
Yeah.
So, for example, instead of saying it will never fly,
Right.
you're more likely to hear it'll never fly.
It'll never fly.
Exactly.
Gotcha. So it's all about those subtle links
Yeah.
that make the language sound more natural.
Precisely. And it's not just about linking words.
Yeah.
It's also about intonation.
Intonation.
The rise and fall of your voice.
Okay.
You know, it can convey a lot of emotion and meaning.
Yeah.
Even when the words themselves are quite neutral.
Oh, I know what you mean. It's like you can say that's a good idea.
Yeah.
But with different intonation.
Right.
To express enthusiasm.
Exactly.
Or even sarcasm.
Yes.
Right.
Mastering those subtle cues can make you a much more effective communicator.
Yeah, for sure.
And this video goes even further, breaking down the pronunciation of specific sounds.
Okay.
So, for example, they show you how to pronounce the throth sound in Match the Competitors.
That's a tricky one.
It is.
For a lot of English learners.
Yeah, so they're really getting into the nitty-gritty of pronunciation.
They are.
And they also emphasize the importance of stressing the right syllables.
Okay.
In words like promotion and consider.
Yeah.
You know, it can completely change the meaning if you emphasize the wrong part of the word.
Oh, wow. That's so interesting. It shows how much attention to detail is required to truly master a language.
Absolutely. And it's why pronunciation is so crucial for effective communication.
Yeah.
You know, but it's not just about sounding like a native speaker.
Right.
It's also about conveying your message clearly and confidently.
For sure. Okay, so we've got the vocabulary. We've got the substitutions.
Sure.
We've got the pronunciation tips.
Right.
It's a lot to take in.
It is. Right. So
do you think we could maybe do a little role-playing exercise?
I think that's a fantastic idea.
Okay.
Let's imagine we're in a sales meeting.
Right.
Brainstorming ideas for a new product launch.
I like it.
You can be the enthusiastic team member.
Okay.
Pitching a wild idea.
All right.
And I'll be the skeptical boss.
Okay, let's do it. Okay, so picture this. A line of high-end pet accessories.
Okay.
But with a tech twist.
All right, I'm listening.
So we're talking self-cleaning food bowls, GPS-enabled collars that track your pet's activity, and even a smart toy that dispenses treats via an app.
I see you've been spending too much time browsing those online gadget stores. But seriously, walk me through this.
Okay, but wait, it gets better.
Okay.
We can partner with a popular pet influencer for a massive social media campaign.
Okay.
Think millions of views, skyrocketing sales, our brand becoming synonymous with pet luxury.
Hold on, while I admire your enthusiasm. Let's consider the practicalities.
Yeah.
You know, these high-tech gadgets come with a hefty price tag.
Yeah.
And our target market is quite price sensitive.
But that's the beauty of it.
Okay.
We'll be tapping into a whole new market.
Okay.
Pet parents who spare no expense for their furry companions. It'll be like the Apple of the pet world.
That's a bold statement.
I know, right?
Have you considered the development costs, the potential technical glitches, the competition from established tech companies already in that space?
Right.
It's a risky venture.
Okay, so maybe the tech aspect is a bit much too soon.
Yeah.
But what about the influencer marketing idea?
Well,
surely that'll get the green light.
Now, you might have a point.
Okay.
Influencer marketing is a powerful tool.
Right.
And it could help us reach a wider audience.
Exactly.
It's something we should definitely consider.
See, I told you it was a brilliant idea.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We need to do our research, analyze the data, and present a well-structured proposal.
Right. Data proposals, all the boring stuff.
Yeah.
But hey, at least we're thinking outside the box, right?
That we are.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's the first step towards innovation.
For sure.
Now I believe our time is almost up.
Already. But we were just getting warmed up.
Well, I'm sure our listeners are eager to apply these newfound skills in their own lives.
They are. But wait, I have so many more brilliant ideas to share.
I have no doubt, but perhaps we can save those for another deep dive.
Fine, but I'm holding you to that.
Okay.
So before we wrap up, what are some key takeaways
you'd
like our listeners to remember?
For me, it's about understanding that effective communication is about more than just vocabulary.
Okay.
It's about tone delivery and adapting your language to the situation.
So it's like wearing a different linguistic outfit for every occasion.
Precisely. And don't be afraid to experiment with new phrases and expressions.
Okay.
You never know which one might make your next presentation truly brilliant.
And remember, even if your wildest ideas don't always fly, the courage to express them is what sparks innovation and keeps those creative juices flowing.
Well said. Now, before we sign off, we want to leave you with a final thought-provoking question.
Okay, hit me.
How can you use these insights
Yeah.
to boost your own communication skills, not just in the workplace, but in all areas of your life?
Because let's face it,
Yeah.
being a clear and confident communicator
Right.
is a superpower
It is.
that can open doors and create opportunities wherever you go.
Absolutely. Until next time.
Yeah.
Keep those linguistic muscles flexed.
Okay.
And remember, every conversation is a chance to learn, grow, and maybe even spark a brilliant idea.
Love it. We'd love to hear your thoughts on this episode.
We would.
Have you ever had a boss like Mr. Swan?
Or maybe you've been in a situation where you had to pitch a seemingly crazy idea.
Yeah, share your experiences with us on social media using the hashtag DeepDiveEnglish.
And if you're looking for more tips on mastering business English, be sure to check out the full YouTube video we discussed today.
Right.
It's packed with valuable insights and practical exercises.
Yeah.
You can find the link in our show notes.
Awesome. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep those conversations flowing.
Bye for now.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is that, like, mastering business English, it's not just about memorizing a bunch of words.
Right.
It's about understanding the context, the nuances, and, like, how to use language strategically.
Exactly. It's about thinking like a communicator.
Okay.
Not just a speaker.
Gotcha.
You know, consider the impact of your word choices, your tone, even your body language.
Right, and it's about being adaptable. Right?
Absolutely.
Knowing when to use formal language, when to be more casual, and how to, like, adjust your approach depending on the situation.
Exactly. It's like having a toolbox full of linguistic tools and knowing which one to use for each task.
Yeah, I like that. A toolbox full of linguistic tools.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground today.
We have.
From killer phrases to sneaky substitutions, pronunciation tips. We even did some role playing.
We did.
What's the one thing that you really hope our listeners take away from this deep dive?
You know, for me, it's about empowering yourself to use English confidently and effectively, no matter what the setting. Whether you're in a high-stakes sales meeting or simply chatting with colleagues, the right words can make all the difference.
I agree. Well said.
Thank you.
It's like giving yourself a linguistic upgrade.
It is.
A boost of confidence and clarity that can help you achieve your goals.
Absolutely.
So remember, language learning is a journey, not a destination.
Right.
Embrace the challenges, celebrate the wins, and never stop exploring the fascinating world of English.
Well said.
That's a great note to end on.
It is.
Thanks for joining me on this deep dive. It's been awesome.
It's been a pleasure.
All right, everyone, until next time, keep those conversations flowing.
Bye for now.